High-value Sigma males make up a small percentage of the human population. These guys are the best of the best, and although their easygoing demeanor seems to draw women to them like a magnet, they actually prefer to be alone or in a small group of people when they have free time. It is common for people to get the impression that they are emotionally aloof and restrained. They are infamous for not giving any consideration or respect to the ladies. If this is the case, then it begs the question, why do certain high-value Sigma people have such a poor attitude toward women? There are a great number of other potential causes for why they might behave in such a manner. It is possible that they are unable to devote the necessary amount of time or energy to maintain a romantic connection with a lady. On the other hand, it's likely that they just aren't looking for anything romantically linked at this moment in their lives. This is another possibility. Or, it's possible that they have been injured emotionally in the past by a woman in a previous relationship, and as a result, they like to keep a certain level of emotional distance in the relationships that they have. When it comes to getting to know someone, there is no question that a guy of significant worth may be tough to do so. This is because of his high value. On the other hand, after you get past the feeling of being disconnected, you'll find that the other side holds a universe full of fascinating opportunities waiting for you. Let's go through a few of the reasons why certain high-value Sigma males approach women as though they are less important than other people in society. 1. Women have the propensity to interpret them in a wrong manner. High-value Sigma males have a dispassionate view of life, and as a result, they may not always respond to circumstances in the way that most people might anticipate they would. This can lead to some unexpected outcomes. This has the potential to cause friction in interpersonal interactions. It is possible that others will interpret this as rudeness or a lack of warmth. Yet, this is in no way what the speaker means to communicate with their actions. They tend to be pretty reserved, and the only time you will hear from them is when they have something exceptionally exciting to add to the conversation, which is also the only time you will hear from them at all. When women eventually do speak up, those who are unable to look past the fact that he has been silent in the past may regard their thoughts as a challenge. This is because these women are unable to move past the fact that he has been silent. It's typical for women to believe that if a man doesn't communicate much, he must be boring or uninterested in him if they don't hear much from him. This is a frequent misconception, but it's not always accurate. When a man of significant importance has something to say about a particular topic, it is frequently thought-provoking and engaging in and of itself, which is not surprising. They do not talk for the sake of talking. Nevertheless, when they do talk, it is frequently in your best advantage to pay attention to the insights that they have to share, since they do not talk solely for the purpose of talking. 2. They find comfort in their own company when they are by alone. High-value Sigma males have the propensity to prefer spending time with only themselves or with a small group of close friends rather than with large crowds, in which they are likely to feel overwhelmed and outnumbered. This is because large crowds present them with the opportunity to socialize with fewer people than they are accustomed to. Even though they are able to enjoy social activities such as parties and get-togethers, they frequently have to take multiple breaks in order to keep their energy levels up. This is necessary in order for them to function normally. They also like the tranquility and privacy that comes with being by themselves. This might be anything from spending time by yourself in nature or reading a book, to watching a documentary or reading a book. And for this reason, males usually realize that it is tough to dwell with a lady who is always asking for attention, and this is one of the reasons why cohabitation with such a woman may be challenging. 3. They have a very high standard for themselves. Sigma with a high value learning about new chances and adjusting to new conditions are two things that males never stop doing. As a consequence of this, it is not unusual for them to take an extremely extended period of time before settling on a choice. They are aware of the qualities that should be present in the person who would be their ideal mate. So that they don't waste their time on the wrong person, this is to avoid it happening. They could create the idea that they are nervous when it comes time to make a commitment to anything. When, in reality, they are incredibly selective in all that life has to offer and have a very singular concentration. Because they have such high standards, they won't settle down until they discover the one who meets all of their requirements in a spouse. They won't commit to a relationship until they are quite confident that it will be beneficial to them, and they won't accept anything less than what they rightfully deserve in a partner. 4. They typically keep a single-minded focus on the task at hand and the goal that it represents. Valued highly Sigma males are often very focused individuals. Hence, there are instances when they do not have the time or energy for a love connection with another person. This is the scenario with a significant percentage of people who are really invested in their objective. Their focus is elsewhere, and they would prefer to spend their energy and efforts in a different path. It's possible that they enjoy the company of other women, but if they do have a partner, it's usually someone who gets them and doesn't get upset when they need time to themselves or when they want to spend time with other people. If they don't have a partner, it's possible that they enjoy the company of other women. If a woman is unmarried, has a high net worth, and is educated and driven in her own right, men have a tendency to give precedence to her in romantic relationships. They are more interested in dating women who have active lives outside of their partnerships and who are motivated by their own individual hobbies and interests. 5. They abhor the notion of losing their time and energy on something that is pointless. Valued highly character assessment is typically done more accurately by Sigma males because of their more analytical nature. As a result of this, they choose to make financial investments in trustworthy people who can bring something of value to the table. When they try to date someone who isn't real or who doesn't have anything to give other than drama and emotional games, they commonly find that it is difficult for them to do so. This is because the person they are dating doesn't have anything to contribute other than drama and emotional games. They often steer clear of women who are always seeking attention and instead give preference to those who have the self-confidence to allow themselves to be loved and supported by the man they select. They would rather pursue their own interests and passions than waste time on individuals who aren't genuine. Instead of wasting time on false ladies, they would rather spend it exploring their own interests and passions. High-value Sigma people have had enough of being duped by hypocrites in this world, and as a consequence, they want to make things as simple as is humanly possible. This is because there are so many hypocrites in this society. They are looking for a partner who can enjoy life without the need for drama or attention, and who will also reflect a joyful attitude back to them. In addition to this, they want a mate that would mirror a positive attitude. Back to them. 6. They have decided to take on the role of the loner. Valued highly, the Sigma boys are huge on just chilling around and doing nothing. This does not suggest that they want to spend the rest of their lives alone. Rather, the fact that they normally just commit time in the relationships that they have is a truth that stays. They have a very high opinion of it. And the rationale for that is as follows. They generally do not pay attention to women for one of two reasons. Either they are not interested in women or they are pressed for time. It's conceivable that at first look they give off the impression of being frigid and unapproachable, but as you get to know them, you'll see that they're actually just introverted and like to keep to themselves. They are choosing their confidants carefully because they intend to keep more knowledge to themselves, and this is one reason why they are being so cautious. 7. Freedom. Guys that subscribe to the high-value Sigma philosophy place a strong premium on personal liberty. They like to live life to the fullest while spending time with others who share their ideas rather than being judged or controlled, and they do not want to be subjected to any of these things. They typically carry out their actions in a manner that is dictated by their whims and fancy, displaying in every aspect of their lives their dedication to maintaining their individuality. They are not bound by rules or regulations, and they find delight in creating new possibilities for themselves to participate in life's adventures. The high-value male among prostitutes who are being controlled or manipulated by an outside party. They would rather be free from the added baggage of neediness, envy, and control that is often associated with most women and enjoy life on their own terms. They place an emphasis on liberty above all other values. 8. They need a substantial amount of available space. Valued highly Sigma males, particularly when they are young, have a tough time articulating their deepest thoughts because they are so consumed with determining who they are and what sort of life they want to live. This makes it especially difficult for Sigma males to share their ideas with others. Because of this, it is challenging for individuals to share their perspectives with other people. They seem to believe that the voice that comes from within is more important than the din that is coming from the outside. It is difficult for them to make a commitment while they are still on the path to being high value as a result of this. It is conceivable that they may lose interest in women as a consequence of the fact that they are not yet ready for a relationship. Nevertheless, this is simply a temporary state of affairs on their part. They are putting off making a commitment until they have a clearer idea of what they want out of life, but whenever they do, they will do so to the right person. It's probable that in order for them to find out who they are and what it is that they want, they need a lot of time alone to think things out on their own. On the other hand, this does not imply that they are wallowing in self-pity or being lethargic in dealing with the problem. To put it more succinctly, they are looking toward the long term rather than the near future in their planning. Introspection of a profound kind is oftentimes prompted as a direct result of the attention that is paid. 9. It's probable that they have a history of enduring painful experiences in the past. Women have, unfortunately, taken advantage of a lot of high-value Sigma males in the past. This is something that has happened in the past. People have a tendency to put up barriers that make it harder to be close to them, direct result of this, which makes it more difficult to interact with them. It is crucial to be aware of the fact that any woman who is effective in pulling down those walls will be healthy. They may not even be conscious that they are reacting in this manner, but it is important to be aware of this reality. Even if a man of high quality has suffered emotional wounds in the past, this does not mean that he is incapable of letting his guard down and loving another person. Again, all this demonstrates is that he needs to proceed with extreme caution, and the lady needs to demonstrate that she is worthy of his confidence before he would grant it to her. This is the only conclusion that can be drawn from this information. 10. The drama in their life is not something that is necessary for them. Valued highly women who are always seeking attention and drama are not likely to pique the interest of men who subscribe to the Sigma belief system. They would want to keep their lives, stress levels, and drama to a minimum and steer away from all of the emotional highs and lows that come with dating women. This is because dating women may be emotionally volatile. This does not imply that they are looking for a woman who does not have any strong beliefs or self-belief. Rather, they prefer women who are able to convey their thoughts without causing any unnecessary drama. This does not imply that they are looking for a woman who does not have any strong beliefs or self-beliefs. They give preference to women who have a positive attitude on life and are passionate supporters of all that they do.
Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And do share with your friends so we may continue to create them. To see more videos like this, subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Additionally, make sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching.